Hello, Knights fans. Back with this week's edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup here with Coach Justin McKay. Coach, you had a big series with LIU here last week. Took 1 out of 3. You're still in the thick of things here in the NEC standings. Obviously, you would have liked to have taken the rubber game on Sunday, but let's talk about the series from start to finish. 5-3 loss on Friday. Started off promising. Got a couple guys on there in the first, and you know they're a really good pitching staff, so you're going to have to take advantage of those opportunities. And you had some base running miscues. Just talk about the game on the whole and maybe some missed opportunities there.
Yeah, we had a major base running mistake that resulted in a double play that ended the inning, but it was the first inning. It was the first inning of a 9-inning game, so you still had 2.5 hours to go, and so it's not the reason why we lost. But as a young team, we got to bounce back a little bit better from a mistake like that. But they pitched well. You have to tip your cap to LAU's pitching staff in that game one. They pitched very, very good, and we walked too many guys, which resulted in runs, and that was just a clean game one. It really was. Besides the mistake in the first inning, it was a clean game. They just ended up on top because they pitched a little better.
Yeah, and then you look at Saturday, obviously that was more of a result you like. 17 runs, a 17-2 win. You had 21 hits in the game, hit 5 home runs. You went back to back to back in that 110-run inning. Just an unbelievable offensive performance. But not to be overshadowed, you got probably your best start of the year from Aaron Cohn on the mound. He went 7 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits. I mean, just talk about Aaron's performance and how much that was needed for this staff.
Yeah. I mean, talk about the tough luck too. We get a tremendous start and we score 17. So. Aaron was dominant. We went into the series just asking these guys to throw strikes, and that's exactly what he did. And he pitched ahead in counts and worked ahead, and forced contact, and was a tremendous start. So he'll be back out there starting for us again this weekend, and then offensively, we've been kind of itching for one of those days where the offense has been strong. I mean, it's been putting up good numbers and good runs, and it's just one of those days where their pitcher was very good. The kid Torres is going to be very good in the conference for 4 years, but he was just a tick off, and so we made him pay for that. And it was a great day. It was a great day Friday.
Yeah, and then obviously the other guy who's been a big part of this team, he had a great start last season before getting injured, Adam Frank, redshirt freshman this year. I mean, he's just sizzling at the plate. I think he's hitting 350s, over 400 in conference. And the funny thing is, I was surprised even to see that those were his first 2 career home runs. You think of the guy just hitting the ball everywhere, but he hit 2 home runs, a grand slam in the 17-run game, and then he hit I think it was a solo shot the next day. Just talk about his power and how that's developed as obviously as a complete hitter.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. They're young. So they don't have they're growing into their strength. They don't have the man strength yet, and that's why you see these guys as they get older and they get 20, 21, 22. That's when the power numbers really start to come. I mean, Adam is straight line drive. He just hits line drives, hits the ball hard all over the field, and then those two just happen to go out. I don't. Whether he hits home runs or not, he's a staple in the lineup, and we just want him to continue doing what he's doing. I'd rather take him hitting 350 with 2 home runs than trying to change what he does, but he won't. And Adam's a very good player. I mean, every time we play other teams, he's always one of the players that they mention. That guy's a good player. And what's nice, a little fun fact about him is that he hasn't been able to throw right-handed for a couple weeks, hurt his throwing arm, so he's ambidextrous, and we're playing him left-handed out in left field, which has been a tremendous lift for us, defensively and to keep his bat in the lineup. So yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing off a strong arm in left field too. Surprising. I saw him getting ice on his left shoulder the other day when we talked about the right one bothering him. I mean, he's making that many throws with his left, but it's definitely super talented to be able to do both. And you touched on the defense. It seems like now that you're healthy, you've kind of been able to settle into a defensive alignment. You got Bobby Romano now settled in at third. Obviously, great glove, great arm there. Nate Rush has really shored up the middle infield along with Nate Brodsky at second base there. Just talk about now the familiarity and being able to set that same lineup, at least defensively, pretty much every game and game in and game out, and how that's helped.
Yeah, with Adam not being able to throw right-handed, forced us to put him in the outfield, which left a gap at third base. And Bobby's been he was all confident, just a third baseman for every year prior to this. So he's being a team captain, and I really didn't even have to ask him. I just told him you're going to third base. He said, "Let's go." And then Nate Rush has stepped up. I mean, it's a typical case of a young guy who just wasn't playing very much in the beginning. And then when he got his opportunities, he performed. And then he got another opportunity, he performed. And it got to the point where, his effort and his execution and his preparation, has forced him in the lineup, and he's really stabilized the defense, helped stabilize the defense out there. I mean, the defense has gotten much better for a couple reasons. One, experience. Again, you're playing anywhere between 5 to 7 freshmen, so the more experience they get, the better. The other thing is, especially that day, is the pitcher's throwing strikes. Where you're not in the field for 30 minutes because guys are walking batters and not throwing strikes. It helps the defense. When the defense gets a 5-minute inning, it's a big lift and energy-wise. So our game times have actually gone down, which is great because we're for the most part we're throwing more strikes. But throwing strikes is a big part of a defense. And it takes the pressure off when you're not giving away free bags.
And not to be remiss, I think we passed over the game 3. We glossed over it there. That was the rubber game here on Saturday. You talked about shorter games. That was not a shorter game. Obviously, it was closer to 3 hours here for the 9 innings. But the team battled. You had plenty of chances. Came down to the end. And LIU just seemed to get those timely hits. And obviously, you touched on the walks. That was a big part of it. Just tough out there when you're giving away free passes, especially to a team that doesn't hit that for a high average like LIU does. They're going to make you pay when you give them the free passes. Just talk about that game.
Yeah, going into the weekend, our goal was don't give them free passes, and Saturday in game 3, we did that 14 times. We walked 14 hitters. You're not going to beat Teaneck Little League walking 14 hitters. I mean, imagine, because, then you have the hits that they have on top of that, and say you have a hit batter, we went way backwards, and we continue to go pitcher after pitcher. I mean, I don't know if anybody gave us more than 2 innings on the day, and we'll continue to do that until we find people with those strikes. We went through 5 pitches. Probably should have went through 6. That was the issue on Saturday, is just throwing strikes, and we need to do that. The young pitchers need to continue to develop there, and we're not asking them to strike guys out, or even if they get hit a little bit, we want strikes, and we went backwards on that on Saturday, and it cost us a game. LAU also played well and executed when they have the opportunity. Again though, 14 free passes, you're not going to beat anybody.
So now you take a break from NEC play this week. I'll call it a break, but you're playing 6 games. You'll have Fordham here today, then you go to Albany tomorrow, home and home doubleheader with St. Peter's this weekend. You're playing so many crucial NEC games with LIU and so forth. As you look now at this, do you take it as a chance to play some less pressure games? Obviously, they still count, but they're not as important necessarily as this conference weekend games.
Yeah, the main thing is to continue to play good baseball, get better, develop. I mean, that's what that's what this week's about. I mean, 6 games for this week is probably a mistake scheduling wise. Definitely a mistake at this point of the season, playing 6 games. So we're going to have to chuck our way through it. But with this week, we want to play good baseball, continue to develop, stay healthy though. Our game plan this week is rest guys that need to rest and get healthy for our final 9 conference games. We'll need pitchers to step up this week and give us innings and throw strikes, which we look forward to them doing that. So this week is a little bit of a mix. I mean, people are going to get a lot of work in, and then we also have 6 games, which is a lot. So, we're looking forward to today. First off, today's a nice 75-degree day. We're going to have a great time playing baseball, and we're going to have good weather the rest of the week. So we're going to have fun with it. That's for sure.
Well, good luck this week, and hopefully you keep things rolling and get it tied up.
Thank you.
And now we have some news. As Coach just informed, we're going to have a surprise guest on today's program. I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, Oliver Tavares is here to say hello to everybody, and he's one of FDU's most popular student athletes that ever existed, and we miss him out in the field. We love him, and we just want him to say hello to everybody. So everybody say hello to Oliver.
Joining us, the man of the hour, Mr. Oliver Tavares. Coach, give you a little introduction there. Just first off, how you feeling?
It's good. It's fun to be out here, especially with this weather, man. I miss it. Most probably, I don't know about that, but it's just crazy being out here and just enjoying it with these guys. It's crazy. Miss it, man.
Yeah, I saw you obviously putting some work in, trying to get out, stay in shape, obviously keep it in good shape and everything like that. How nice is it being back out on the field, even just on a day like this, just taking it all in?
Yeah, it's been a hectic ride. I mean, got cleared 3 weeks ago, so slowly working myself back into it. And once I saw this weather out like this, I knew how to come support the guys and just be able to be around them, even though I can't play. But it's fun, man. It's fun. I miss it and can't wait to be back.
Yeah, and you talk about being back. You've really been an inspiration to your teammates, obviously, for one. But how has your role changed? Have you taken on kind of like more of like a manager role and coaching these guys from the side?
Yeah, I mean, especially the young guys, I talk to them and let them know that I'm still here for them, and they know I'm still cheering. My Hispanic side still comes out. I still have fun, and it's just all about. Doesn't matter that I'm not playing. I'm still part of the team, and I'm still there for them. I missed a lot of games, especially with doctor's appointments and stuff, and getting myself mentally back. But I finally feel ready and just ready to go, and I'm just here with these guys and enjoying it, soaking the sun in too, getting a little tan in. You know how it is.
Definitely, yeah. It feels like a summer day out here. Just lastly, you've obviously been watching the team from the side. What have you seen from the squad this year, and a lot of the new teammates that you're looking forward to maybe play with?
I kept saying, I was like, we have such a raw team, such a good team, and it's about coming together and getting ourselves together. So, especially being out, I talk to a lot of young guys and tell them, man, just let it go, let's have fun. And a couple days I see it, and the guys are coming out and doing their thing, and I feel so proud, and just it's crazy to see it. And I feel like it's like I've been a roller coaster a little bit, ups and downs, but honestly, like the guys are doing amazing. Honestly, it motivates me to get back and healthy again.
We'll look forward to seeing you back out there. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So the Knights will take on Fordham here today at 3:30 p.m. start. They will travel to Albany tomorrow. That's a 3 p.m. start up there. And then this weekend, it'll be Saturday doubleheader. It'll be a noon start here against St. Peter's. Sunday, they'll travel over to Jersey City and face the Peacocks out there. But for all information about the FDU baseball team, check back at fdunites.com.